Okay, today I'm going to do a review of a magnetic gun mount that I've been looking into. First thing I want to say is I am not affiliated with this product at all. I don't make any money off it. I'm just going to give you my honest opinion of it. And nobody's going to buy my opinion, so I'm going to tell you about this and see if it's the right choice for you. I started researching magnetic mounts or mounts for the inside of my truck. I always carry every day. However, I do take long rides, sometimes an hour and a half, 2 hours, different states. And when you do that, honestly, anybody that knows when they carry, you do feel it. I carry appendix, so I feel it. I'd rather not take a 2-hour car drive with it like that. If it's only 15, 20 minutes, whatever, it doesn't bother me. But like I say, if I'm going to take a 2-hour car drive, I like to take it out of my holster and I like to put it in my truck. Now, if I get out of my truck, I make a stop, I get gas, or just go in the store, get a drink, whatever, I will take it off of the mount and I will put it back on me and I will have it. So I started researching magnetic gun mounts. I wasn't really too crazy about them. I didn't know if I wanted one or if they were going to work, but I figured I'd give one a try. This is the Double D magnetic car mount, truck mount. It is a 14.5 pound mount, and I'm going to open it up for the first time, and we're going to go over this together. So it comes in this little box. There's really no part number on this to give you, but I will put a picture in the description so you can see which one I have. All right, so we're going to open this up, see what we have inside. All right, here's the mount. Take it out of the box. All right, it looks like it comes with 4 screws, and then some little doodads to attach it to sheetrock or whatever if you're going to screw it into sheetrock. I'm going to mount this in my truck, so I am probably not going to use these screws because I'm sure over time that they will come loose and it's not going to be secure enough for me. But if you're putting it on a wall, I guess that's going to be fine, or into wood, then it would work. So here's the mount. Let's measure this thing. All right, so it's about 4 inches long, 2 3/4 wide, and about just a little over an inch and an eighth or so deep. It's very light. I mean, it feels like plastic. I mean, let's see how much it weighs. I'm gonna set this up on ounces. All right. So there you go. I don't know if you can see that, but that's 3.70 ounces. All right. So now, see how wide this is in here? Let's see, let's measure that. We can. I'm just gonna go to, let's see, do it this way. So that's about 1 3/8 on the inside. Now, I got this one because I carry Glocks. All my concealed carry are Glocks. So that's what I got this for. You might carry something different. It may not work on a different weapon. Like for instance, let's see. Well, we'll go over that in a minute. All right, so my everyday carry is a Glock 19. Okay, so here's the Glock 19 I carry. Now, just for weight purposes, I'm going to show you how much this weighs fully loaded. I do not have one in the chamber, but I do have a full magazine. This holds 15 rounds, and then plus 1 in the chamber. Like I say, I do not have one chambered right now. So I'm going to put this, we're going to weigh this gun, what it is loaded, and then we'll see what it is. Let's see. All right, so it's a little over 2 pounds. Not quite 2 pounds, almost 1 ounce. Oh, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do for those other people that say, well, you don't have your gun fully loaded because there's 1 bullet missing. Okay, whatever. Here we go. Let's take care of that right now. I know somebody's gonna want to comment on this. All right, there you go. So that's the one that should be in the chamber. That is not, that added what? Not even half an ounce. Not even half an ounce to it. So it's 2 pounds, 1 ounce, let's say. All right. Let's get rid of this. Now, this is rated as a 14.5 pound magnet. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it in here, and let's see. That is tight. That is really gripping that thing on there. For those of you who want to know, this is a TRL7 light. I like it, but whatever. It's not what this is about. All right, so here's what it looks like. All right. Now, there is a feature on this at the bottom, and this is also a good feature because it'll stop your gun from sliding down. But what this is used for, this lip right here, is if you carry without a bullet in the chamber, you can actually put this in there and rack it while it's in this holder. Now, why you would want to carry without a bullet in a chamber, I have no idea. I know a lot of guys do because they're a little squeamish about carrying one in the chamber, but whatever, it's your life. I guess every handgun's different. I carry Glocks. I know my Glocks. I know my Glocks well. I am not scared at all to carry one in the chamber. I guess if you carry like a 1911 or something, it might be a little different. You just need to get to know your gun, man. I mean, you know, do what you want to do, but that second's going to cost you your life, maybe. Anyways, so enough rambling about that. So anyways, this, like I say, this is flat. Because this is so flat, it's going to obviously fit a gun that has a flat slide on it better than any other gun. It has a place for your sights. I have raised sights on mine, so it goes in there. It doesn't affect them at all. So like say, I'm going to try, just for instance, I'll try a couple here. Here's an LCP2. Let's see. I mean, it's going to hold it fantastic. It doesn't fill up the whole width, but I doubt you're gonna cock this one because of the way it fits in here. It doesn't really sit on those little edges right there. So, by the way, this is not loaded. So it does hold the LCP2 good. Just doesn't fill up the whole space. Now, this is obviously not going to be good for, like, let's say my Taurus with a round barrel on top. Okay, I mean, just common sense. It's just not going to work. And I wouldn't even try to put something with a round barrel like that on it. It's just not going to hold it. So, like I say, it's got to be a gun that has a flat slide on it, and that's what's going to work the best. So, if you got one of these, anything like this, it's not going to work, okay? Keep it to your flat slides, and you should be good. It's very strong magnet, it appears. I have not mounted this in my truck yet, obviously, but we're going to go out there, and we're going to put this in the Tundra today, and we're going to see where we mount it, how we're going to do it, and then I'll put a review on it. Going down the road, maybe driving. I go on a lot of back roads, a lot of bumpy roads, so we're gonna see how well it holds in there. So let's get out to the truck and see how we're gonna get this thing mounted in there. All right, so I'm out here in the truck now. I already tried mounting this thing ahead of time, and I tried mounting it to below my dash right here, and it was a total failure. It did not work because this magnet is so strong that, well, first of all, this is kind of a little round and this is flat, obviously. So when you bolt it down, it kind of pulls this together, and it makes this not so round. But the biggest issue I had is when I was pulling my gun off. This is held on by just quick disconnect clips, so it comes off so easily. So when I pull it off, that's what it was doing every time. It would do that. Okay, every time I went to pull the gun off, these clips would just pull. I'd pull the gun. Look how easy it comes off. So I'd pull the gun and it'd pull it off. So obviously that was not going to work for me. So I was out here looking around. I was going to mount it here, but this is kind of round. It was kind of nice because it's right next to the gear shifter, which I like, but it did hit the button because I didn't actually mount it here, but I was just kind of mocking it up. And I like the way it sat and everything, but I don't know. So I was out here looking. I couldn't find anywhere that I was going to mount this thing, and I was almost ready to give up, but then I think I got it. So check this out. All right, so I got an idea. I had this tray that I bought a couple years ago that was mounted in my, it goes in my center console. So I was looking at this thing, and I decided what I was going to do. I was going to take this corner right here, and I was going to cut this corner off. I got the corner right here. So I cut this corner off, and I figured if this didn't work, I'd only be out like 20 bucks or so for this tray. So I just took the first thing I saw was, you can use anything for this. I used just a coping saw because that's the first thing I saw, rather than plugging in my Sawzall and all that stuff. And I just sliced down here and then cut across here, and it cut real easy. No big deal. And so that would give me enough room to mount my gun in my center console. So let me let you take a look at this. By the way, this did not affect the structural integrity of this tray at all. It is still very firm, very solid. You've got the lip here, it sits on the lip at the bottom, cross, and you got the lip at the top. And this did not make this tray flimsy whatsoever. All right, so here is the final result of the install. There it is right there. Okay. There's plenty of room right there to get your hand in there and lift this thing out of here. Okay. So I like this. I've had it in there for a while. It's been a couple weeks now. It's been doing great. So how I mounted this and got it exactly in this hole was I just took the gun with the tray in there, and I put a piece of tape here, and I just marked with a pencil right here where my sights were, my crosshairs for my rear sight. Okay. And also what you're going to have to do is you have to make sure that you put level here to make sure that this grip does not come up high, because it will hit up here, and you cannot cut any of this out because there's a lot of supports and stuff back here. So you can't cut this out to make that grip go up into this box. So just make sure when you install it, it is flat. Okay. So this grip does not come up any higher than the edge right here. Now for the inside, let me take this tray out really fast. All right, now I got the tray out. So for the inside, I put painter's tape all on the inside here. So when I had the tray out, I could line my sights up here, and then with the level, I was able to just put the magnet on the gun, and I was able to mark just one spot with the blue tape, and I just took it off and I drilled that one hole. Okay, I didn't drill any others. I drilled one hole. I mounted that, and then when I bolted that down and had it tight to where I want it, I went ahead and did this bottom one down here, and I just did the top right one over here. There's only 3 on here because this back one, you will not get to. There's a vent down inside here that goes to the back here to the rear seats, and there is very limited space to get your hand down there. Even this one, the top 2, I didn't have a problem, but this one right here with the vent there, there's just a little tiny space in there that you can slip your hand in. Now what I did was I took a nut and I kind of just
took some, I'll tell you what I did. I took some glue, not permanent glue. I just had some tight bond. It's just wood glue so it wouldn't permanently stick to my finger. I let it get tacky. And put the nut on my finger, and I was able to slip my hand down with the nut on my finger and just touch the end of the threaded bolt, and I was able to just screw it from here without turning anything in here because it was on my finger. Now, don't be a jackass and go taking some crazy glue or Gorilla Glue and gluing a fucking bolt to your finger, okay? Don't be a jackass. Use common sense, okay? I feel like I need to say that because somebody out there is going to do it. So do not do that. Do not use a glue that is going to permanently glue that nut to your finger if that's the way you go about doing this. So, like I say, with just 2 in there, it's totally cool. It's totally fine. This thing doesn't go anywhere. And I love it. So I'm gonna put the tray back in. Tray's back in. Let's hop up in here, see if I can get a good picture of this. There it is. So you want it, here it is right here. Plenty of room. I can get my hand down in here, no problems. Plenty of room. Pull it out, put it back in. It fits perfectly in here. It is centered in here. And I am loving this. This is the best place that I found for this. So any questions or comments, just put them in the section below and I'll see if I can answer any questions.